Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, February 14th. Valentine's Day for some, camping day for me. I am here at Mew Lake for Family Day weekend. I just pulled in here and grabbed one of the park guys to plow the campsite. So it's all ready to go. I just need to set everything up. It's pretty chilly out. My hands are really cold, but the sun is shining. It's actually quite beautiful. I don't know if you can see it up there through the trees. So I'm gonna go get set up. I'm actually gonna do my magic trick here. I'll do that thing. All right, ready? Oh wait, that's too soon. Hold on. Oh, not yet. Hold on. All right, now it's all done. It's just after 12:30. It took me just a little over an hour and a half, so feeling pretty good about that. Let's go in. It's cold out here. I haven't set up my lights out here, but they're not in the best spot. Should put them over here somewhere, but the trees are so far back. Okay, here's the tent. It's set up for just me because everybody kind of decided with the snow and the storms that were coming that it was too much to drive and all that stuff. So and Tyler had to work, so Jenny ended up canceling because she was supposed to come with Tyler and Aspen, and Mary Rose was going to camp with me, but she canceled because she didn't want to drive, because she was going to come up Saturday and leave Sunday night. And Sue and Eddie, who you'll see in a little while, she was supposed to camp on this campsite with me for 2 nights. And then she was supposed to camp on this campsite over here Sunday night with Sarah. But because Jenny cancels her site, which is across the street somewhere, they took that site. So now I'm all by myself. So I brought both cots anyways. I already had the car packed up, and it's nice to have for people to sit on and to come visit. So I've got that. I haven't set up my thermarest or anything. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't leave it on the cot just because people come and visit, and I just don't want them to sit on all that stuff. So I've got some delicious cookies here if someone comes by, and some Kleenex. Winter camping essentials, my hiking boots, my camping purse, and I'm gonna find something to eat right now because I'm starving. I actually even got a fire going in here. Nothing crazy, just put a couple of small pieces of wood in, and just to get it going. I do have the heater on, but it's not that cold. I've been setting up for a while, and I'm not really cold at all, so I'm just looking for my thermometer. There it is. Set that up. Oh yeah, and I got my Luminade lights. They come to the charger over here. And this is all my food that I don't want to freeze. So that's just in a sealed up container there. And then my cold food is right here. I just brought it in so I could have some lunch. And then I'll put it back in the trunk. I've got the car just sitting right there. And yeah, that's about it. So got the fire going and starting to warm up really nicely in here. I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I'm gonna go visit Jack and Paula. I already saw them when I came in, and we'll see what the day brings. Graham made this. He's from South Africa.
As we strolled through the campground, we spotted this homemade hot tent. And sure enough, it was a tent inspired by some of my videos. And it was so awesome. I cannot believe Graham made this tent.
but wait, I just have to go back to the window for a second.
And to go with the tent, Graham made his own wood stove.
Clever.
Aha!
Yeah, that's just to stop the flames going straight up. I've seen videos of stoves, so I just put it in because once I had to build it when I was in because that whole thing's welded shut, so there's no way I can get back in there. But they put holes.
So you're just controlling all the heat with this, that's it?
Yeah.
You don't have a damper?
Yeah, I do. It's on my...
Graham explained to us that he had another damper inside the stovepipe. We said we would come back and take a look later, but never made it back. Sorry, Graham. I am so totally impressed with both of these builds.
Got a little Valentine's love. Good. Thank you. Hello. Well, I'm back in the tent. It's about 6 o'clock now. I was getting really chilly, so glad I'm back. We've been walking around for hours. I think at least 2 or 3 hours. I went over and visited Jack and Paula for a bit. We told some stories, and then we went to the privy, and then we ended up walking, doing the whole hydro section, and we kept running into people, and Paula's always like asking people to check out their setups and stuff, so we were doing that, and yeah, it's been a nice afternoon, quite lovely. I was getting chilly though, so now I'm back in the tent. I got some more new neighbors. Some other people showed up, so they have 3 tents there. I'm not sure. It says it is 8 degrees in the tent. I just got the fire going. I came back from our walk, and then I brought roast. I brought some roast for Jack and Paula. So I went and brought that over to them, and then just came back. And now the fire's going nice, and it's getting toasty warm in here. So it was only 4 degrees, I think, when I came to the tent, and it was just the space heater's been running this whole time. So it is quite windy, and the wind is cold, and you know, the wind kind of comes right through the canvas on this thing sometimes, so it's fine. I'm totally fine. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner. I brought some cheese-filled sausages. I might just throw those in a pan and then put them on the stove. I brought some mustard, and I have a huge bag of I don't know, I brought all kinds. So I went to the Dollarama and I spent like $80 on junk food for the next couple months. I just stockpile chips and Doritos and all that kind of stuff. So I might just have some chips with the sausages and then just maybe eat some snacks tonight. I don't really feel like making anything big. Yeah, that's it. It's still a little bit daylight out, you can see, but it's starting to get dark. So I turned on my rope lights outside. They're pretty shabbily put up. There was a guy down there, Jan, that we met. He has an RV, and he's got some kind of a fancy pole that he's putting the lights up in the trees with, and quite spectacular. Mine are just kind of they just look like literally someone just threw them on the trees. I can't really see them right there. There. I need to add some wood to the stove. I've just been using little pieces for the most part right now. Don't want to waste the bigger wood during this time when I can just add some. Rather have a nice big piece in at nighttime so that it burns for a long time. Alrighty, I just solved my problem quite easily. I just dumped some of the water out, and now the snow peas just have a little water to simmer in. I got the heat up in the stove. I added a nice piece of wood in there, and everything should be done very soon. I also just put a pot of water on the stove just to have some hot water handy in case somebody comes by and they're cold or they want a drink. I brought some Timmy's hot chocolate and some apple cider, hot apple cider, so just to be hospitable. It's really sizzling now. Well, hello, hello. It's, I think, 6:45 or something. I'm not sure. I don't really care what time it is. I have to sleep for a couple of nights before I get up and go home, so I'm not really going to pay attention to time right now. But my food is done. Just cutting up. Yes, I'm a small child. I like to cut up my sausages. I don't know if this is the one with the cheese in it. I didn't even look at the package. It's supposed to be, but I find it's usually just a hollow middle because it all melts and runs out. So there's my dinner. And I got some Dijon mustard to dip my sausage in. Actually, I'll probably just put some here, that way I don't contaminate it. And that's about it. Just gonna sit here and eat. Sue's on her way over. She's just finishing up setting up. And she's gonna make some pierogies, I think. Good. A little bit greasy, which is why I made the snow peas to go with it. And also it's good for when it's cold out. I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you in a bit. Well, hello there. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Sue.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my tent.
It's lovely. It's so warm in here.
It's your first time seeing it?
Yes, it is actually. I've seen it on your videos, but I've never seen it in real life, and it's awesome.
It's 12 degrees in here, so that's quite nice.
It feels much warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have there?
I have pierogies that I made at home.
You made the pierogies?
No.
Oh.
They were from Costco.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
all right.
I baked them, and then I fried up some peppers and onions, and I'm just heating them up, and I brought some sour cream. Nice and easy.
Nice. Well, hello. It's 11 o'clock, and just going to the privy before I go to bed. I can't see with the light in my eyes. My friend Tina came by for a bit, and Sue was over, and we had a couple glasses of wine and chit-chatted. It's very lovely, and that's about it. It's a beautiful moon out here. It's super bright. Don't even need my headlamp. It's super quiet here. Most people have gone to sleep, and I'm on my way. Hello, good morning. It's 7:30 on Saturday, February 15th, and I'm just here in my tent. I didn't have a very good sleep last night. Tina and Sue came by last night, and we had some wine. Sue and I did. Tina stopped by. She's staying out in the radio-free, dog-free zone, and sat here and chatted for a couple hours, told some stories. Tina left. Sue stayed for a bit longer, and then I think around 10:30, something like that, she headed out. It's supposed to snow today, but not much. But there's a storm warning. If you look at the hourly, it shows like maybe 5 centimeters today, which I don't think is a storm. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be between 15 and 25 centimeters, and then Monday's fine. So I was a little worried because it was supposed to start snowing at 3, and I waterproofed my tent, I think in October, November-ish, really, really well. I haven't done it like since I made it. And I was just concerned that, like, you know, if the heavy snow came down and the tent was really hot, it might melt and it might be overwhelming and it might get wet in here. So at 10:30 last night, I put my tarp up. I did it really, really quietly, but I had to put 4 stakes in the ground, and I just hit it with a piece of wood, like really hard, like 3 times each, and it didn't make too much noise. The people behind me, they were awake anyways. They were still up, and they were yapping and stuff and doing some stuff outside. I just put it in a strip, so it's like, you can see it. Just so it's over this part of the tent where I'm sleeping. And then everything else, I just have a footprint from one of my tents, and I just tossed that over the other cot. The stove is over there, and there's a box of wood, so I threw a garbage bag over that. And everything else is fine. I want to see if it actually does work, but I just didn't want to see it by waking up and having water dripping on my head while I was sleeping. So this way I can still test the tent and see the waterproofness or the effectiveness of the waterproofing, but I'm still safe and good and I can sleep. So it took me a long time after that to fall asleep. First night is always hard no matter where I am. It's 13 degrees in here. It was probably around 8 or 9 for most of the night. I just had the space heater going for the most part. The stove has been on and there's coals in it. But I didn't put tons of wood in or anything. I just left it because my winter bag is so warm. I don't really need to worry about it. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll see you in a bit. Well, hello again. It's about 8:45. I, of course, couldn't go back to sleep, so I got up and did a few things. I just put my base layers on, and I threw the cookie sheet on the stove with the English muffins that I'm going to have today. Just put some butter on there. These sausages were pre-cooked, and they were actually in the car, and they were frozen. They're ready now, so I'm just going to put my pan on here, and I think I'll make some over easy eggs and just lay them on top of there. And I also made a hot chocolate. So I've been very busy, and I'm like, I gotta make a video. I haven't filmed. Just kind of chilling. It's really nice to have my tent all to myself. I think I might do this again next year. I like having people visit and staying with me, but I really like just being in my own space. It's nothing against anyone. It's just my preference. Anyway, I'm going to get this off and get the eggs going, and I'll be back in a bit. I really love making eggs in this jet boil frying pan because it's just coated and it's super nice, and I don't even need to put butter in it really, but I just put a little bit in there, and it's just it just cooks everything so nice and nothing sticks to it. It's great. I just have my eggs here by my water just to keep them from freezing. That was a mistake I learned the very first time. I went winter camping. I was actually not camping. I was in a yurt with my mom, and brought the eggs, left them in the car with all my food. Went to crack them in the morning, and just a frozen glob. So learned my lesson pretty quick. I learned a lot on that trip, actually. Anyways, these are cooking nice. Should be having breakfast in no time. Well, my breakfast is very good. The English muffin is a little bit crunchy, but it's not bad. It actually tastes pretty good. It's a good combination. And I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you in a bit. Yum. What's happening over here?
I'm making my breakfast.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm making hash brown, a just egg patty. It's a vegan egg patty. And then I'm gonna put some cheese on it and eat it on my little toasted whole grain buns.
Wow, fancy. How was your butter this morning?
Frozen.
It's a little hard.
Yeah. And then this will be a very nice breakfast with my coffee.
Looks good.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy. Thanks for sharing. All right, it's around 11-ish something. Just starting to dig here. The fire pit is buried, clearly. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I just started and I got that underway. I'm gonna try to kind of see if I can make a snow couch. I probably won't be able to yet. There's just not enough snow even if I pile it, but we'll see. But the bench will be perfect for people to sit. I'll clear off the table so people can put drinks there, whatnot. And there's a nice canopy here, so even if it is snowing, should protect people. I don't really have to worry about putting up a tarp or anything like that. So yeah, I'm working on that. And it looks like Sarah has arrived over on the other campsite. So I'm going to go over there and say hello. All right, it is 1 o'clock somehow. I have no idea how. Been over here digging for quite some time. Yeah, that's my burnt toast in there. I got to take it out. It was just really smelly and I had to get it out of the tent. I made a little snow couch here. It's setting now. It's actually getting pretty hard, so it should be able to be sat on. I've got a couple of people bringing some closed cell mats to sit on. And got some firewood over there under the tarp, cleaned off the table. And now I'm just making lunch really quick. I kind of forgot about it. And I smelled something burning, so I gotta watch it because the stove is really hot. Imagine that. There we go. Oh, knocked half the stuff off of it. Just have some cheddar, lactose-free cheddar, and some cheese on there, and just toasting it. All right, my sandwich is ready. It's just little, it was the ends of the bread. I thought I had more bread, and I was like, I'm not gonna go to the store now. So it's just got some prosciutto and some lactose-free cheese. And I've got my Dijon mustard from my sausages yesterday. I'm gonna dip it in there. And just pulled out 2 double-stuffed Fudgios for dessert. And I'm gonna eat, and then I think we're gonna go for a walkabout. Well, it's about 2 o'clock, and just on a walkabout. I keep forgetting to film. I had my sandwich, it was really good. And then Sue and Sarah came by, and we sat for a bit and chatted. And then fixed my tarp. I kind of spread it out a little bit more over the tent. And now we're just going to the falls. We're just on our way through. And of course, there's a huge crowd of people here. There's a pine marten up in the tree, posing for everybody. I got a couple pictures. It's kind of far away and whatever. Anyways, we're going to walk to the falls, I think. And see you in a bit. All right, it is 2 o'clock and we are at the falls. Provoking Falls, Mew Falls, there's lots of names. It's snowing pretty good out in the open. It's not too bad on the trail. And probably the least amount of water I've seen down here moving. Maybe one other time, but I don't see it like this very often. There's a lot of snow here and ice. There you go. Pretty pretty. Well, it's 2:40. We're down here by the falls, which aren't really falls right now. They're just kind of a little under snow rapids, but there's the girls having fun.
We are. It's lovely.
It's lovely, and we're the only ones here, so it's really nice. Haven't seen the beaver yet. We got our eyes open for him, hopefully. Oh, some other people just came. Look at. I spoke too soon. There's somebody on the bridge. Anyways, just taking some photos. We did a little photo shoot. I'll put the pictures here. Super fun. And just having a little drink of water and then probably make our way back to the campground. And it's snowing quite a bit. Just here at the skating rink. Fire. There's Terry Thomas, the infamous Terry Thomas. Got Ron down there from Niagara and Randy. He's wearing an anorak he made from Allure of the North kit, as well as Mox. Pray for Nathan over there in the corner hiding. And some other people around the fire. There's people in the warming tent. And my buddy Grayson over there. And Steve. And I think we're going back to the tent. We are very snow covered, and there he is again. He's everywhere. Yeah, getting a little chilly, so I think we're gonna go warm up. Oh, it's 5:15. It's snowing pretty good out here. Sarah and Sue came in for a while. We were standing out by the skating rink, like fire pit area over there, chatting with a whole bunch of people from family days gone by and some newer people. And it's just starting to snow really hard, and then we had been walking for a long time, so we were just getting really chilly standing still. So they came to the hot tent for a bit. I got a nice fire going, and it got up to 24 degrees. It's actually, the thermometer's in the back corner, and it doesn't get up to that temperature very often in here. This is a pretty big tent. It's a pretty big space, but it's also not windy, and I've got the tarp up on, let's say almost 2/3 of the tent. Here is all kind of tarped now. We're supposed to get a really big dumping of snow, so I have to keep knocking it off. I haven't done it in probably 20 minutes. You can hear how much snow has already accumulated, and knock it all off so it doesn't get stuck anywhere and start melting into the tent. So far so good. There's a couple of wet patches underneath the stove. That's normal. I don't put a lot of waterproofing there just because of its proximity to the fire. It's very flammable, and nothing's ever back there. Like, it's just the spot behind the stove. It's usually where I put my water, so it's dripping there a little bit. Some of the snow caught onto it. Also, the stove jack isn't very waterproof itself. It's kind of like, I always say when people are cutting it, think of it like you're cutting a sweater, because it frays like super easily. It just comes apart. So it's very porous, and that's probably why the water's coming through pretty good. Sounded like somebody was outside. Anyway, I got my food in here. We're gonna, they went to make dinner. They're gonna cook on the fire. I said, like, stove's right here. Like, they just have to heat food up. I'm like, just come in and use the stove. But they dug out the fire pit, so they're going to get a fire going and I guess just cook on the fire. Hello. My water's boiling. I need some pasta. I don't know what I'm making, but whatever. Just get something in there. Creamy bacon carbonara. Only pasta, no sauce. So a little while ago, it was in Silent Lake, it might have been in Killarney, I made pierogi casserole, and you're supposed to use Alfredo sauce, or else Alfredo sauce powder, but I didn't really have any, so I took it out of this, and I just left the pasta. So I was haphazardly packing my food on Thursday night, because Mary Rose was supposed to be camping with me, and we had decided to each do a dinner and each do a breakfast. So then I had to add some meals, and it was Thursday night. I didn't really feel like packing. I just kind of wanted to be done. So I just thought, well, I'll just throw a few things in here and make whatever I feel like. So I have some penne. I'm not sure how much to make. I usually make half of these packages because it's quite a bit for me. I thought maybe I didn't put enough in there, so I didn't even do like to simmer it to reduce it or anything, because there isn't any sauce in it. I'm just gonna boil the water, like boil the pasta until it's cooked, and then I am going to mix it up with something. I don't know. I'm gonna dig in here and see what I got. There. I don't know if you'll be able to see on that, but from that, it's snowing really hard. You can hear it. I have to knock the snow off the tent every like 10 or 15 minutes. Oh, that actually helped quite a bit. That's my FlexTail pump. It's got a light on it, and I only use the FlexTail pump to blow up the thermarest. I don't usually use it to deflate them, although you could. So as soon as I blow up the thermarest, then I use it as a light, and the light is fantastic and it lasts a long time. I had it on yesterday, I think, pretty much from dark until I went to bed, and haven't charged it, and it's still working pretty good. It's pretty strong. So. Okay, let's get some other stuff done and I will be right back. All right, it is 6:05. Not sure where the time goes, but the pasta was on the stove. It was boiling, and I went out to drain it, and somehow a bunch of it got out, and it was all over the snow. So then I had to pick it all up and put it in the garbage. So I'm glad I made a little extra because I ended up with less, and seems to be an okay amount. I had some bacon that I made for breakfast, and I took some bits of that, like just crumbled it up and put it in there with some butter and some garlic and some pink Himalayan salt. I got some chicken. It was actually frozen. It is now not frozen. So I'm going to put it in the pasta, and then I'm just going to put some Parmesan cheese in it, and I think that should be good. I'm just going to put this back on the stove now and heat it all up together. And then I'm going to just sprinkle some Parmesan cheese in it, and I'm going to eat. It smells really good. It smells very garlicky, but oh well. I might just put a bit more butter in there. Well, I finished my pasta and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have some cucumber to go with it. I had it in the cooler bag in the car. It's frozen solid, like it's hard as a rock. It's like frozen, like I can't cut it or anything. So yeah, I guess I should have kept that maybe in the inside food container. I'll do that. Maybe I can eat it tomorrow. All right, my pasta's done. There it is. Let's give it a go. Hopefully it's still hot. Got a piece of bacon on there. It's good. It's just butter, garlic, salt, Parmesan, chopped chicken, and some crumbled bacon. It's good. It's warm. It's comforting. Hits the spot. All right, I'm going to go eat. I'll see you in a bit. All right, I got the snow couch set up. I got a fire going. And it's just around 7:30. I'm a bit early. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I just wanted the fire to get going real good because last year it kept going out. The wood was really punky, but this seems to be good. So I'll give you a tour. Come on. I'm just getting the tops. I have some tarps and stuff I'm going to lay down. Sue is bringing her clothes cell mat, and I think Sarah is also bringing hers. And then I just told people to bring stuff to sit on. But there's a seat here. They can sit here. I just shoveled this off and it's already kind of covered. This is how much it's snowing. And this is under tree cover. But here's my wood. I've just got it under a tarp here. I opened it up for the pictures. Apparently I opened it too much. So there we go. And then here's the spot where everybody can sit. I do have some chairs as well. I'm about to put some snacks on the table. Yeah. And there's the tent. There's some water on it, I see, but nothing soaking in so far, thankfully. I've been knocking it off every so often. And yeah. There's a scene here at Mew Lake. All right, here's the inside. Just got a low fire going. I've got water in the kettle here that Sue let me use. It's boiling. There's apple cider, hot apple cider. Well, it will be. With cinnamon, just a couple of different, those are my beverages back there. People obviously bring their own beverages. I got a little bit of wine. Got some hot chocolate for the kiddos if they want some Mr. Biggs, some Jolly Ranchers, and then we got guac and salsa and chips, and also some Jiffy Pop for the fire. So that's what I'm working on setting up next. So yeah, I'm on it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button.
Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.